Thank you. I'd like to start my speech by echoing one statement mentioned by the ILO Director General when he said, let's consider AI not as a threat, but as a catalyst for positive change.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the esteemed panelists of the session, where we will discuss the subject in details. The first question I have for the panel, and I'm going to take the answer from each one of the panelists, is about the history. Is there anything that we have seen in the past, any technological transformation that has happened in the past, which we can build on or think of or look into as a way to predict the future of how AI will impact the labor markets? I'm going to start the answers by Dr. Andy Xie.
Well, now, suddenly you are hearing about AI every day. It's kind of people scaring you. They say that the world is going to be totally different. And I'm not in that camp. I think AI is a tool to improve things. And it's a continuing process of over the last couple of hundred years, from industrialization to automation to like AI is another step forward in terms of automation. So I think that we should not get scared. What's going on is just another step forward to help people to make things more efficiently. So that would be my view. And also I think that you guys should be worried about what's going on. It's just another bubble, you know. Suddenly you hear, whenever you suddenly hear something everywhere, usually it's a bubble. It has been no exception over the last 20 or some years. So if you have money, I think that you should not put it into AI. You know? So probably you can lose it.
Thank you very much. Dr. Andy, being one of the wizards that predicted several bubbles before around the world, and being one of the first to have predicted several economic bubbles, do you think we're fueling an AI bubble, and how bad is that? Because my understanding is that we're injecting money and the return is not yet realized, and I'm not sure how much we're investing there without seeing the return. What's in your mind about the bubble?
I think that AI, every technology is a bubble. You know, a bubble gets people working, right? So at least it could lead to something good. It's just the people who invest the money, they lose money. So good things happen because people lose money. So kind of like a tooth. But the AI so far is a small thing. AI has been around for 150 years. Neural network theory, 150 years old. The machine learning, 50 years old. Why suddenly all these guys are famous for AI? Because they burn money. They burn tens of billions of dollars buying computing power to make something like ChatGPT sound interesting, to get people interested. So so far ChatGPT, when we talk about AI, good things about AI, we always talk about some specific function, like a 5G AI factory, whatever this or that, it's a personal assistant and so forth. But the money, actually, most money is spent on training this GPT kind of thing. And we're talking about training. Who's training that? It's like training a dog. What a dog would do. It really depends on what the trainers are doing, right? So this is where I think that the danger, we're talking about the danger, right? The downside of this GPT type of AI is that it can do bad things very well before it can do good things. That's what I'm sensing now. It's like ChatGPT, some academic studies already show, has a tendency to make up stuff to make it sound plausible because it wants to please you, okay? It wants to please you like a dog, okay? So that is very dangerous. It sounds like Donald Trump. So this is very dangerous. And why? Now, you look at this internet, where is the most profit related to internet is what? It's all bad stuff, like social media, like cryptocurrencies, all bad stuff going on associated with this technology. Now, with ChatGPT, actually, the big business is online scamming. Online scamming is huge business. You know, if you're rich, you will know that. You already been contacted already. So so this is very unfortunate that there are 300,000 phone scammers in Burma that they just scam Chinese people. It's a big social crisis in China. So and a lot of old people with savings, they're very vulnerable. So there now comes ChatGPT, and you don't need 300,000 scammers anymore. You need very few. So all these kind of cartels, these are the cartels in Burma. They don't need a lot of people anymore. So I think that's why I think that regulation is important.
Very interesting. And many analysts are thinking or predicting Nvidia's stock price to triple because of the demand on AI, because Nvidia is the company that makes the chips for AI. And this potentially could be a lot of investment without the expected return, and it could be something that will change or create value for everybody else. I don't think John McCarthy in 1959, when he coined the term artificial intelligence, was thinking of all of these things or was expecting all of these issues or worries or ugly scenarios to be in a foreseeable future, but that's how most of the inventors are at early stages of their inventions. Dr. Andy, I'll end the session with one question to yourself. There are a lot of thoughts today about introducing policies to limit AI. Question is, should we do that today, or should we give it a little bit of room to evolve before we introduce our distortions or distractions as humans?
Well, I think that it's not all kinds of AI, because the Chinese side, they have different approach to AI. They much more functional AI. It's related to like factory infrastructure and so forth. I think there is like you need to give a free hand. And I think that it's easier to develop. But in terms of kind of generative kind of AI, it's a consumer product. And like any consumer product, you have to watch out for if it's harmful effects. And maybe we should give some room for it to develop. But I already see it can do more harm than good. So this is where I see that basically it creates reality for people that you don't have to try. You're already 100%. So because it can motivate people in a different way. So I think that this is where we need to think about it, and how to limit which way to go. In China, they don't have a problem. The Communist Party says stop, then you stop, right? We don't need a regulation. Just some guy says something, it happens.
Very interesting.
I think in the West, I think they will struggle.
At that, I'll end the session by telling you that I'm not any less worried than I was a couple of hours ago when it started. But in any case, I would like the audience to join me in thanking great panelists for the great insights we have just heard. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.